We are recording. Welcome to Headbangers Hangout. My name is Rulof, I'm your host, and today we are interviewing Butch and the Lone Wolf. Thank you very much for being here. I've been trying to jam with you guys and get an interview guys for a while. Very excited. Before we start with the video and everybody introducing ourselves, just want to say please subscribe. We want to hit 100 subs before end of the year. They'll help us out a lot. Are you subscribed?
I can subscribe.
You subscribed?
I will be.
I am subscribed.
Oh, everybody be like him.
You fucking you.
Sub.
I got your number, bro.
Thanks so much, Cameron.
I've got so many good questions for you guys. First, can you just introduce yourselves each one by one? Let's start over there at the end.
How's it? My name is Damon Hunselaar. I am the vocalist / bassist / bald guy in the band. And yeah, I do the singing things and I do the bass things.
Do you need a bald guy in the band? Is that like mandatory?
Yeah.
Then no wonder we're doing so crap. Okay, I'm going to talk to my band members.
It could be you, bro.
It could be me. I wouldn't mind. We'll talk about it. Okay, cool. Next up.
So, how's it, guys? I'm Jay Hunselaar. I'm Damon's brother. I'm the drummer of the band.
Oh, you two brothers?
Yeah.
Freaking sick.
I've known this guy all my life, unfortunately. But, yeah, I'm the drummer. He's the guitarist, and we kind of just write the songs together, and then we got Cameron on board.
Yeah. To be honest, we were looking for a bassist for what would say a millennia.
And then you just
But then
decided.
I was just like, you know what? I will buy a bass and I will be the bassist of this band.
Were you able to play bass? Or were you guitarist going to bass?
I was a guitarist going to bass.
Okay.
And then we found Cameron somewhere in like a very strange corner of rumors.
Of course you did. Where
And
else?
then he like we would do these jam nights, and then Cameron was there, and then one day we were just like, fuck it, we can't find a bassist. I will just go and buy a bass and learn how to play bass. And literally, like 2 or 3 weeks later, Cameron joined the band.
All right,
So
cool.
it just goes to show you, bassists are very difficult to find.
Very difficult. A
And
good
and
bassist is difficult to find.
And guitarists are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, it's very easy to duplicate us, bro.
Cool. Cameron, you're the lead guitarist of the band.
I'm the
only guitarist.
Only guitarist, bro.
Does it feel
I'm the reason Damon doesn't play guitar anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a real reason.
It's because I'm so bad, and he doesn't. I made him hate the guitar.
Do you feel like there's a lot of pressure being the only guitarist and filling that role, or are you just
It
vibing?
feels that way.
I don't feel any
We have very high expectations.
Cool. So, first question I've got for you guys. You guys are Butch and the Lone Wolf. That's a very interesting name, and you got a sick logo. How did that happen? Who came up with that idea?
You can answer it, Jason.
Okay, I'll tell you the story. So we've got an uncle that stays in Italy, family of ours, and every now and again he comes and visits. He's really cool. He also did a bit of a DJ thing there. He's got a radio show in Italy. His name is Mr. Fahrenheit, and so he's really like cool and stuff.
That's cool.
When he came over to South Africa, he brought us some like caps. So we use caps as like part of our show. It's like part of our look. And he brought us some caps, and like he brought me one that said The Lone Wolf, and he brought him one that said Butch. And it was just that simple. We took the two caps together and we got Butch and the Lone Wolf. At the time, it was the two of us just writing, so it was like a two-piece, and then we kind of kept the name when Cameron came on board. He's the and.
Yeah, and okay, cool.
and
Makes
the,
sense.
bro. You gotta get it right.
All right, cool. That's a very beautiful little story for how the band came together. The name of the band.
And you asked about the logo as well.
Yes.
Cameron's sister designed it for us.
Freaking sick. She a designer or just artsy?
She's studying at the moment.
Okay, that's very cool.
Studying, I don't know. I think it's fine art or digital art or something in that.
Well, I don't know.
She switched her degree like 3 times.
Damn.
I can't be bothered to remember.
Haven't we all? You guys released a single just the other day.
Yeah.
Very proud of that. I've been listening to it. It's very nice. It's very consistent with your live shows and your vibe. Want to ask what drove you to that song? Why did you create it? Why is it that vibe? And also influence of that song in your band, because you guys got a very, how do I say this? Like, your vibe is just instantly recognizable. You have a very nice niche
because we're cool.
sound. You are very cool, yeah. How do you get
Very
to that
humble.
sound? Yeah. How did you guys get that sound? How did you write that song? All the songs you do.
That specific song was written by me and Jason. Jason and I, if all the grammar Nazis out there. So during COVID lockdown, that's really when we started writing all of these songs. And tell me something funny. I don't know. I just had that riff, that. I started playing on an acoustic guitar, and then some lyrics came to mind, and we eventually got the song together. And at the time, we were writing maybe every month. We were writing 2 songs,
That's good.
and so we worked on the songs for at least a year before we even played it to anyone. And we got involved with the studio, and they were gonna help us record. And out of all the songs we showed them, they were like, let's record that one. And things didn't quite, come to fruition. I think people just got busy,
Okay.
and life happened. And then we decided that, look, since we can't really get help from the studio, I mean, there's no hard feelings or anything like that, but we just decided, let's just do it ourselves.
Yeah,
So
got to get it done.
put the money in, and I don't know, I think that song for us was a bit of a mental block. Because we had been working on that recording for a while, and it's self-produced, and none of us are sound engineers, but we're all perfectionists.
All right.
So for me, releasing that song is just a way to say, just getting it out there, even if it's not perfect, even though it's pretty close.
There's a few things I wish.
There are a few things, but yeah. So we've been working on that. We must have remixed that song 5 times.
Only 5.
Only 5.
That's very.
Scratch.
No, that's actually not a lot.
And then we re-recorded everything as well. And eventually we were just like, if we don't release the song, we never will. And that's so eventually we drew the line, and we're like, guys, it's done.
This is where it
We're
has to go.
releasing it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
It's a very catchy song. That riff is very catchy, and the poppy line as well. Just there's so many elements to that song, and everything works together.
There's a lot of layers.
There's a lot of layers, but each one complements. None of the layers are overlapping or fighting for attention. It's very well written, very catchy. Good job on that, guys.
Thank you.
I added it to my little playlist. I'm starting a playlist. I want to make it like a big community playlist, but
sweet.
for now it's just like my little playlist I listen to when I play Tony Hawk. All right, cool. Cameron, I wanted to ask you a bit more out there question, bit more chill question. What's up with the pants?
The pants. Freaking. Okay, here's the story, bro.
Sex sells.
I got these.
He's not wrong.
I got these pants, bro. They're fucking sick.
They are sick.
Dude, imagine you had long pants that could convert into shorts at any moment.
Does it work with a zipper or Velcro or it's Velcro? It is a zipper.
It's a zipper, bro.
Bro, that is so sick.
I own 6 pairs of these pants that zip off at the knee, and 2 pairs of jeans, and those are all the pants I own.
And so you're always ready.
So I'm
no
always
matter
wearing these pants. It's not even just a band thing.
It's just you.
Yeah.
It's definitely an attention
And then I
grabber
think
at the shows.
so. I was always I didn't, for the first few shows with Butch and the Lone Wolf, I didn't take them down. And then I think it was at the Rumors in Westgate. Jay was like, "You should take one of your pants legs off, like you do at Rumors sometimes." And I was like, "Okay." And now it's like a thing I do every show.
Yeah, but it's so iconic and the crowd loves it. And it's
Yeah, and then I've started throwing the pants leg in.
Woo!
I still think
Yeah,
it's amazing that he actually gets them back.
Yeah. We've only lost one so far.
Well, I'm gonna be at your show tonight, so if you throw it in, I'm gonna fight for it. It's gonna be a mural here at the back of the wall.
That's good. At least it'll go somewhere memorable.
Yeah, it's gonna have a good home.
Good home.
You're gonna be a bit cold, but who cares?
Just my left knee. Unless you want the right knee.
He takes requests now, apparently.
Requests, how much a pop?
You can just buy me a coffee.
Deal. I'll get you. Seems reasonable. What was your most memorable gig that you guys have had so far? a gig that you all really enjoyed, or just one that stands out, even if it wasn't best crowd?
I've got one. One that like was even unexpected. It was a show we played at AJ's. And we're very good friends with the sound guy there, Steve Greenwood, and he's a fantastic musician, and he's always like trying to help bands, always trying to like push bands. He was in a really great band a couple of years ago called Burning Blue. Now what he does, when he does the sound at AJ's, he'll record your band for you. So he's got this little setup that he's got, and like everything that goes through the main system, he'll like recording on his little
device. That is so nice of him.
And it was just this one random show. We didn't really think too much of it. It was a fun show that we had, and then we got this recording back from Steve. And I mean, it's not like it was mixed like great. It's not like it was the most perfect show we ever played, but it's just the energy that we had. Like I could feel that we were having fun at that show.
That's great.
I still got the recording, and I listened to it a lot, and actually like go back to it, because I mean, being in a band yourself, sometimes at the gigs you're not always playing exactly what's supposed to be in the song.
You're kind of just freeballing it and hoping you cover it up well.
So that's pretty much what we were doing. We were freeballing it, and then sometimes when you record your gigs, you find some really cool stuff that you didn't think of just because you were freeballing it on the day. But because you managed to capture it, you can now put it in a song and make it something cool.
Okay, cool.
So Steve does that for people, and like that's something that I keep with me.
So you stole some ideas off of your recording from the
Basically
gig.
plagiarizing off myself that what I was making up in the moment to put on a song and say, I wrote that all along.
That's actually quite genius. That's a good idea. Cool. You guys have a favorite gig, or is that the definitive one?
For me, it's the one where I first took off the pants leg. For me, because, I think it was 3 gigs in or something when I was just starting out with these guys. And I was still very nervous on stage. I'm still quite new to the whole music thing. And so, new. It
could be a few months or a few years.
When I took them off, I just felt epic, bro. Like, I know I didn't look cool, but I felt cool.
Bro, that's all that matters.
Like halfway there. Man.
Yeah. Well, that's more than
I
halfway
always
there.
say when it comes to like, especially singing, half the like 90% is just the confidence to it. You don't have to be a great singer.
Pretty much.
Like, if you're entertaining, people will enjoy your show.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely
For me,
true.
I would say probably one of our best shows was we were playing with the Crooked Can't. And like we rocked up and like no one really showed up, and we thought, this is gonna be quite a dead gig. But we were like, whatever, let's just put on our best show that we can. And like we got a really cool reaction that night. Like the crowd, like we managed to attract a bit of a crowd.
That's nice.
And like I don't know, when the crowd responds well, then you also get that energy as well.
Yeah. The crowd is a big part of having a good gig. Who'da thunk? Our best gig, in my opinion, was... it was actually not looking good because there were a couple bands before us, but they weren't bands. They were just like guys on the acoustics and just like not a lot happening yet. And we're the headline, and we were like, this place is dead. Nobody's like interacting on something. We're going to struggle. And when we came up... just everything clicked. Everybody was freaking moshing, brought the house down. The police came outside at one stage and we were like, this is the coolest thing ever. So yeah, that interaction with the crowd, the people, even if it isn't a lot, if you've got like freaking 6 guys.
Yeah, if you got 6
moshing.
guys hamming it up, bro, it's the best feeling.
You don't need a lot of people, to be honest. Like, you can have like 1 or 2 people, but like if they're feeling it, then you're feeling it,
Yeah, that's definitely true. All right, sick. I wanted to ask more about your style of the band, because you've got a very, very distinct style that is awesome and sick. Did you guys just have a lot of band influences that you like? You just like this style? Or do you feel like it's from the heart creatively, this is just what we do?
It's definitely from the heart, but I'm very much a metalhead.
Sick.
I'm very much a metalhead. Jason's very much not a metalhead. Yeah. Like, he likes metal, but not as much as me. But he's really into rap.
Okay.
And we're both really into indie, like bands like Lime Cordial and Sticky Fingers. And yeah, so And I don't know if you know Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Yeah. Who's that band?
So yeah, like we really love those bands, and look, a lot of it is from like the heart. So like our whole musical process is one of us will come up with a catchy line, and then we'll find a chord progression or something that fits with that, and then we'll grow the song like that. We won't sit and be like, okay, let's write out the lyrics and then write down chords.
So you guys got a nice formula that works for you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What do you like to listen to? What are your influences?
I'm a bit all over the place. I really like heavy metal.
All right.
I'm big into old school death metal. I like Cryptopsy and
Nice.
Suffocation and those kinds of bands. But then I'm also like super into classical music.
That is all over the place.
And then also I really like rock music. I like pretty much everything, as long as it's cool and catchy and listenable.
Yeah, and you're just here like
Yeah,
smooth jazz for me, please.
I love jazz. I'm
What do
actually
you like?
right now. I'm going to lessons now again for jazz guitar,
That's good.
and it's been paying off, bro. It's like it's definitely worth it. It's
You'll
expensive.
play like an interesting chord. You're like, look at this chord I figured out. And you'll be like, well, that's actually an 8
Actually.
9 add 9 13.
I'm that guy. So metal.
Also, maybe for me, probably somewhere in between like metal and like indie.
Okay,
So
that's
it's
a nice
I
place to be.
love the drums, but not like crazy like blast beats. I like the
I would say
groove,
punk for Jason.
punk, and like that kind of like groovy drums kind of stuff where like you get stuck into the pocket and it just kind of.
I love metal, but I think my sweet spot for like playing is actually like in like hard rock, alternative, bit of indie. So I get what you guys are going. You ever like clash? I say clash, you guys don't clash, you guys vibe awesome when you play stage. But when you're writing, do you guys ever have a disagreement or like not exactly the same idea, or does everything just flow?
All the time.
Throwing chairs, tackling each other through windows, that kind of thing. Yeah.
All right, cool. On the gigs or the writing?
I would say more the writing stage that because Jason and I are both very opinionated. So if we disagree, we disagree, and we can be very stubborn about it. But normally when like we find that we're really just not agreeing on anything, we're like, okay, let's just do something else.
Okay.
I feel like we actually more disagree on like the management parts of the band. So like
Okay.
when it comes to like creativity, it's actually very easy, I think, for us to like lock into a nice beat and say, okay, that's cool. I've been playing with him for so long that like pretty much anything he plays, it's like it's okay for me, it's nice, and I can find something that works with it. But I guess where we clash sometimes, it's like where like decisions that need to be made for the band. Like, you know, should we take this show? Should we go with this studio? Should we go with this song? Kind of managerial stuff. Maybe we can kind of bump heads a bit, but creatively it kind of tends to flow. We do fight a lot. So it's like, for instance, like I was
Not
just
so
saying,
much Cameron, it's
we might
more
be
me and
fighting. We might be fighting about like we're late for a show or something like that. We
Yes.
feel like we're late for a show, and we're all like, well, so are you asshole? No, you're making us late. We're going to ruin the gig or whatever. And then so we'll have a bit of a fight beforehand, and then when we get to the show, it kind of just falls away.
All right.
And
I mean, there's been times when we've had like screaming matches with each other in the car, and then when we get there, we're like, no, so let's just have a show. I would say we normally just give a fist bump and then a nod, and then we both know, okay, it's done.
It's cool.
And then we have a good show.
All right, that's good. Well, to be fair, I don't think any band doesn't have that. We don't fight over shows and all that type of corporate stuff. Say corporate, like we're a big deal, but whatever. But that's true. Like
Soon to be a big deal, bro.
So we're striving. We're getting there, bro. We're getting there slowly but surely. You guys, you're a very recent band. You've only playing for like not even a year. Yeah.
As a band, yeah, no.
I joined
suppose
in like end of November. I joined around November last year.
2022.
Yeah, so no, you guys just have to keep doing what you're doing because you guys got a perfect formula. You vibe on stage, keep throwing the pants, and keep riding the cool riffs, bro. It's working. Definitely don't have anything to
No,
worry
but
about.
look, I mean, one thing to keep in mind is Jason and I have been in bands together for over 10 years. So like our first band is like Running from a Full Moon, and like we have 2 singles up. I don't know if you know the band Thorns of Ivory.
I've heard.
A bit like
From the metal band from Durban.
Yes.
Yeah.
So their guitarist, Marcel, he used to be in a band with us. He was our bassist at the time. And then we actually had my sister sing for us. And then he moved to Durban. So then we joined another band called Neo Galaxy. And things didn't really work out with that band. And then COVID hit. And then during COVID, we were like, then we tried to start a band with our brother-in-law. But then he had other priorities, i.e. my sister. And then we were like, okay, fine, let's just do it ourselves. And we played a couple of shows with just the two of us, and I would put like an octave effect on my guitar. And it was alright, it worked, but it wasn't, what we wanted. And eventually I was like, for actually recording purposes, I bought the bass. And then I started taking that to the jam nights, and then then Cameron joined, and then and for a while we were also like, oh, let's get another guitarist. But then I think after a while the three of us really started gelling really well together, and we were like, we don't need another.
You guys definitely don't. You make it work.
Yeah, I think we've got a pretty full sound. I think.
Yeah, definitely. Like I jokingly asked, do you feel responsible? But it's a joke because you're definitely nailing it. You're filling up exactly what you have to fill up in the songs and stuff.
Good. It's good to know.
It's good to know.
It's good to know someone else.
It's all those reverb.
I can take a chord progression to Cameron, and he can make it spicy for me. So.
Oh, that's also nice. Yeah.
I'm like the spice machine.
He'll first correct like half the notes, then he'll like make it sound quite cool.
All right, that's sick. That's a nice dynamic. Usually we just kind of play like free power chords. Like, is this cool enough? Add a lower fifth. Okay, cool. And then the song's done. That's very cool. I want to ask, what do you guys have for setup? You picky about the setup for your live sounds and stuff?
We're very easy, I think.
Yeah, I think we also like, because Cameron, he doesn't really like going through an amp. One day when we grow up, we'll get Cameron an amp, and then he can tweak his sound that way. But he usually just goes through the DI. I'm just a bassist, so if the venue has a bass amp, then I'm sorted.
All right.
Jason's actually the one that's
really.
I just have to count up to 4, man. I just need
it has to be your snare, or I'm not playing the show.
No, actually, my snare sounds pretty bad sometimes. So
okay, cool.
I forget to tune it. So, like, if they've got a good snare.
See, they say that I'm not fussy about my tone, but I actually am. I have an amp simulator.
Yeah. So you got the nice boss.
That's why he doesn't use the amps, is because he's so fussy about his tone that he just has his pedal board with his amp simulator. And one day he'll get an amp where he can tweak the sound himself, and then he'll use the amp.
It's the goal, bro. I'm poor now, bro.
You're poor. All the money's going into jazz lessons.
Yeah, that genuinely, the two things that my money goes to, it goes to gym membership and jazz lessons. That's it.
I've got gym membership and too many guitars. I'm actually trying to sell one of my guitars right now, which is quite sad, but it's because I got a better one with an Evertune in it.
Oh,
yeah.
Is this a 7-string?
No, it's a 6. It's a normal 6, just with an...
Because I saw you had a 7-string.
I've got an 8, a 7. I've got a few. I've got a 6 in drop C. I've got another one in flat.
I also have one in drop C.
Yeah. The Evertune's going to be in like B, C, that type of range for recording and stuff. I've only had it for like a week, but it's so cool. And the inlays on the side glow in the dark. It's like the raddest guitar ever. Anyways, enough about guitar. It's very cool to me that you guys say we just kind of work with what we have, because you got a very distinct sound. So it's awesome to know that it's not like, oh, I've got this pedal with this type of chorus on it that I love that's giving us that cool sound. No, it's just, bro, I'll make it work.
Yeah,
which I always respect.
Sometimes you can restrict yourself by giving yourself too many
Too
rules.
much, yeah.
Like if you tell yourself, like the reverb's got to sound exactly like this, and the delay has got to sound exactly like this, or the song, then you kind of like you rob yourself of like a chance to make something really cool. So it's like sometimes it's better if you can write something really cool that's like a minute and a half long, and then like that's what you've got, instead of like you often get to a point like that where you like get to a minute and a half and you're like, how do I finish this song? What do I add? Instead, sometimes it's better to just take that idea, start a new idea, and then just put it with the idea that you already had. So it's like not attaching yourself too much to any particular effect, any particular sound. If you find something that sounds cool, then like go
I
with it.
think one important question to ask yourself when it comes to songwriting is, what does the song need? Because I know, like, because I was a I still am a guitarist.
You've converted to bass.
I used to get very attached to my riffs and my melodies or whatever. And then, like, sometimes it just doesn't work with the song. It's not that it's a bad riff or anything, it just doesn't work with the song. And then you ask yourself, what does the song mean? And when you stop thinking of this song, this riff will sound cool with this song, you think, okay, does this song need
first
a riff?
and what goes in
does
it?
Does it need this? Cameron's actually really good at identifying that, to saying, nah, I don't think the song needs that, or the song
Make me
needs
sound
this.
so rude.
Well, I mean,
You're keeping it balanced.
yeah.
That's very cool. I had this argument one time with this boomer on the internet about like tone work or some crap, I don't know, but like specific sound and like you gotta have blah blah blah. Oh, it was about like overpriced guitars and stuff. And I was arguing like, if you've got a decent guitar, you should make music. Why? Not why, but like it's unnecessary. You can get by without cheap stuff. And this guy was like arguments and stuff, and I just told him, if your argument is that a piece of gear will strike musical inspiration, then that in itself is a musical limitation in your part, and that's bad. So I'm very happy that you guys have that mentality of just kind of have to take what you have and work on the song. Don't worry too much about, getting the perfect thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Just go have fun, have a sick show.
I think the energy of the show is important.
Yes.
It's a big priority I don't know about them, but for me.
Like,
It's like-
to get the feeling. So we often say to each other, like, feel the room. Like, often you can feel like you don't necessarily know a particular genre even when you walk into a room, but you can feel a vibe of the people.
Yeah.
You can feel that people are energetic, or you can feel that maybe people are angry and they need something like cathartic, or they need something just to be like a party. Sometimes people want to feel something, sometimes people don't want to feel anything, and they just want to go mad. So you need to have like a bit of a mix for people like that. So you can kind of tell, I know guys, we want to keep it a bit more chilled, a bit more emotional, or we just want to go boss for like 2 hours.
And I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but I'll often change the dynamics and even sometimes how I play part of each of our
Last
songs.
time I was watching you had some very nice dynamics in the songs.
So,
playing.
but yeah, I'll often change it gig to gig. So depending on which gig you've seen, you've probably seen different versions of the song.
Yeah, also, something recently we've been doing is also having like acoustic shows.
Oh, nice.
So we play at Lava we've been playing there for the last 3 Sundays, and we're going to play there again tomorrow.
Nice.
It's the 11th of August for anyone listening. So
12.
yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I was talking about acoustic shows. So it's really this concept of when we at Rumors, or if we're at Java, and then we're playing with our electric set and bringing that energy to your electric set. In the same sense, you got to be able to go and take your songs to an acoustic set at Lava, where people aren't there to come and listen to your music.
Your background,
They're there
yeah.
to listen to, or to eat their food, and then you're playing in the background there. And so you can't have the same energy. I mean, like, you still got to have that confidence, and you still got to have energy to your show, and you still got to...
Yeah, but it
you still
can't
gotta-
be a Sunday cafe and then you
gotta-
tell people, all right, I want to see a fucking mosh pit in this.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Unfortunately, we have to end it here because you guys got to get to a gig. And we didn't have time for pool. Unfortunately, we always have pool and have fun. But you guys are sick. We're going to watch you guys at the gig anyway. Going to take some cool photos. That will be the B-roll.
Yeah, you can finally see the pants, bro.
Yeah, we're going to see the pants. That's the most important part.
Start gig montage.
Yeah. Got anything you guys want to say for the camera? Listen to the single, please.
Don't do school and stay in drugs.
Stay in drugs. Great advice.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
Do your taxes, kids.
Why would I not let my memes be dreams, though?
Don't let them be dreams, bro.
Don't let them be dreams, make them real. Okay, I thought you were saying like, screw it.
Don't let your memes be dreams, bro.
All right, that's a beautiful quote. Can I like write it here?
That's how I live my life, bro.
Actually, I've got a quote for you. It's a little bit raw, but I think it's really beautiful.
Yes.
And it goes, and you have to try and say it in the deepest Morgan Freeman type voice that you can. And it
Please
goes,
share what you have to say. We're listening.
The bee does not waste its time explaining to the fly why honey tastes better than shit.
That's a beautiful way to end it off. Thank you very much, Butch and the Lone Wolf. We will see you guys next episode. Some cool bands coming up. We're going to have some cool challenges. You guys should come and do some challenges with us. You're always welcome to come back. If you want to have an actual pool match, that will be great. If you want to do some challenges, you will lose.
I'm very bad at pool.
What we really would like to do is I had this idea of getting two band members together from different bands, guitarist or whatever, and then we teach each other the riffs of the bands.
Ooh, that's cool.
I think you would be perfect for that.
That would be sick.
That would be sick.
like
All right, cool. So there's your invitation. Please come back.
I accept.
You accept. I will. We just power chords and octaves, honestly. You'll be fine.
Yes.
All right, cool. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day.
Thanks
See
for having
you
us.
next time. Keep banging your head.